see, this man allowed his sickness to define him. And I ask you the question today, what have you allowed to define you? Ese hombre permitió que su enfermedad lo definiera. Yo le hago la pregunta, ¿qué es lo que te has permitido definirte a ti? What limb, injury, disease, sin, temptation do you carry in your soul, even though your body has recovered from the wounds? ¿Qué es lo que todavía estás cargando? Aunque tu cuerpo ya ha sido sanado, pero todavía estás cargando. One day the stranger comes by and asks you, want to get well? Can you imagine? It's almost like an insult. But then you think, perhaps he doesn't realize what I've been going through. And how many times do we come into the house of God and we think that God doesn't realize what we've been going through? So we come with all of the excuses of why we can't continue forward, why we can't have revival, why we can't become who God has called us to be, why we cannot continue to move forward in the kingdom of God. We come with every excuse in the book because we believe that God does not understand where we're at. Venimos con todo tipo de excusa, pensando que Dios no puede ver lo que estamos atravesando y pasando. Many times we think that we have missed our moment, that we're never going to get our turn.